Aston Martin, the unexpected dark horse of the season, has been creating a stir with their spectacular performance during pre-season runs in Bahrain. The murmurs in the paddock suggest that they are the ones to watch out for in 2023, with a strong chance of making it to the coveted podium this weekend. And as if that weren't enough, they have a living legend in the form of Fernando Alonso behind the wheel of their car. The excitement is palpable. Could we witness an underdog triumph in the very first race? Adding to the intrigue is the unconfirmed news of Lance Stroll's injury, which could pave the way for F2 champion Fellipe Drugovic to step in as Aston Martin's backup driver. It's all happening in the high-octane world of Formula 1, and the race can't come soon enough. Let's get right into it. Aston Martin is coming in hot for the season opener in Bahrain. The word on the street is that the Silverstone-based team is unleashing a killer upgrade package for the AMR23, which could put them in prime position to clinch the top spot on the podium. This isn't just idle chatter either. Based on pre-season testing, the usual suspects like Mercedes are about to be knocked down a peg or two, and Aston Martin is showing serious potential to shake up the established order. Their performance has been nothing short of breathtaking so far, and with the new upgrade, they might just have what it takes to give Red Bull a run for their money. This could be a breakthrough that Aston Martin has been waiting for, and if they manage to pull off a win this weekend, the whole world will be taking notice. In fact, some experts are already considering Fernando Alonso, their double world champion driver, as an early contender for the championship alongside Max Verstappen. Looks like the big guns in Formula 1, Red Bull, Ferrari and Mercedes, have been keeping a watchful eye on Aston Martin during pre-season testing. And why wouldn't they? After all, the Silverstone-based team is showing serious potential to become a major player in the Constructors' Championship this year. According to the ever-reliable F1 journalist Matthew Thompson, the upgrade will target several parts of their car and could potentially close the gap with Red Bull. It's like the plot thickens with every passing moment. Could this be the secret weapon that Aston Martin needs to propel themselves to the top of the leaderboard? The anticipation is palpable and the competition is surely feeling the heat. Max Verstappen and Fernando Alonso might just be the ones to watch this weekend in Bahrain. With Aston Martin's impressive pre-season testing, Red Bull team principal Christian Horner has already taken notice of their strong performance even before their first upgrade. This is shaping up to be one fierce battle for the top spot. According to Horner, Aston Martin has made a big step forward with their concept of the car, which could put them in prime position to challenge the usual suspects. And let's not forget about Alonso, who seems to be in top form lately. Is this the start of something epic in the history of Formula 1? Only time will tell. Of course, we can't predict the future, but one thing's for sure, the competition is going to be fierce. The Bahrain International Circuit is about to witness some of the most talented drivers in the world go head-to-head, and Aston Martin is right in the thick of it. During pre-season testing, the Silverstone-based team left everyone surprised with their incredible race pace, even outpacing Ferrari, according to Fernando Alonso. Although the testing period was short, lasting only 3 days, Aston Martin's new car is already turning heads and catching people's attention. This will undoubtedly be music to Alonso's ears, who took a gamble by joining the team after leaving Alpine at the end of last season. Despite finishing 4th in the standings, Alpine was a long way ahead of Aston Martin last season, but it seems like the tides may be turning in the British team's favour. Formula 1 fans around the world are buzzing with excitement after Sky Sports pundit Ted Kravitz declared that Aston Martin may be the third quickest team on the grid, even ahead of Mercedes. Kravitz's assessment was based on Fernando Alonso's impressive race run during pre-season testing in Bahrain. Even Adrian Newey, Red Bull's chief technical officer, expressed concern about the Silverstone-based team's potential. However, Aston Martin team boss Mike Crack has tried to temper expectations, reminding everyone that it is difficult to make a proper judgment based on a test and that they shouldn't start dreaming just yet. Despite this cautionary tone, Alonso himself allowed himself to dream a little at a promotional event where he revealed that the team had completed a successful race simulation during testing, completing 57 laps, the same number they will be doing in the upcoming Bahrain Grand Prix. We put fuel in for those 57 laps and did the full race with the full setup, even changing tires. At the same time, Ferrari were doing the same program as us with the same fuel for the same race, same stops, and we were slightly faster, said Alonso. Despite their strong showing in preseason testing, Aston Martin's preparations for the upcoming season have been hit by Lance Stroll's absence due to a wrist injury. The Canadian's absence has been keenly felt by his teammate Fernando Alonso, who admitted that his comments about the car could have been skewed by not having Stroll's perspective. The team has called up Fellipe Drugovic, the reigning Formula 2 champion, to stand in if Stroll is unable to race in Bahrain this weekend. However, Alonso is hopeful that Stroll will recover in time to join him on the grid. Lance Stroll's unfortunate biking accident has seriously affected his F1 season preparations, as the Canadian was unable to participate in pre-season testing in Bahrain. However, with his fitness for the Bahrain Grand Prix still up in the air, Aston Martin released a statement on social media stating that they will give him every opportunity to race, but reserve driver Fellipe Drugovic will be ready to step in if needed. Drugovic, who shares the reserve role with former McLaren racer Stoffel van Dorn, is doing his utmost to prepare for any eventuality. He's trying to gain as much experience as possible and assist the team while staying ready to fill in if required. However, everything hinges on Stroll's fitness and if the team wishes him a speedy recovery. If Drugovic is given the nod, the Brazilian driver will join two other rookies, Williams' Logan Sargent and McLaren's Oscar Piastri, in making their Formula 1 race debuts at the season-opening Bahrain Grand Prix. Additionally, Nick de Vries, who made his debut last year for Williams, is also considered a rookie as he's only set to make his second Grand Prix start. Aston Martin need not fret too much about Stroll's potential absence, as they have a true F1 icon in their ranks, the one and only Fernando Alonso. While he may be the oldest driver on the grid, his immense experience and know-how are second to none. This is the man who clinched consecutive world championships in 2005 and 2006 after all. With Alonso at the helm, the team is in safe hands and can trust that he will steer them towards success. Crack, the technical director of Aston Martin, seems to be playing it cool despite the team's impressive performance during testing. He's cautious though, as he draws a comparison to last year's disappointment. During testing in 2020, the team seemed to be in a good shape, but in the actual race, they faltered and were knocked out in Q1. So Crack is not getting too carried away with the results of testing this year. Despite this, he did concede that the car performed well during long runs, but he also gave credit to the favorable track conditions. The rubber on the track and the use of soft tires by other teams helped make the race simulation look better than it perhaps was. Crack emphasized that they should not get ahead of themselves and start dreaming about miracles in F1. Despite positive comments about Aston Martin's form, Crack is keeping a level head and trying not to be swayed by the paddock's hike. He believes that the team needs to keep its feet firmly on the ground and remain realistic. Their goal remains the same, to improve on their performance from last year. Crack suggests that they need to stay focused and not let their expectations get the better of them. F1 fans must be absolutely buzzing with excitement right now. The possibility of seeing the legendary Alonso back on form and challenging for the top spot is tantalizing, and it could mean the end of Red Bull's domination. If we have a balanced race between four teams, it will be an electrifying watch, with thrills and spills guaranteed throughout the whole season. However, Mercedes needs to get their act together and fix their issues, and the arrival of Aston Martin could give them a much-needed push. As for Ferrari, they have a lot of work to do as their previous dominance is being challenged by an even greater car from Red Bull. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe with notifications on. Thank you for tuning in.